Hello, I'm Derek Kruger, Solution Architect for Microfocus. Today I'm going to be showing you how to manage desired state with data center automation, as well as demonstrating the data center automation API. Now you'll see here that my API proof of concept application is not working, but we use data center automation to manage the desired state of the web server that it's on. So we can use DCA to go see why. If I open data center automation and I go to the compliance dashboard, I can see I have a server that's not compliant with my desired state configuration. I can click on it to drill in and we can identify the resource that's not compliant. Yep, that's my web server for the API application. I can click into it further and I see that it's non-compliant with my desired state benchmarks. I can drill into this and see exactly which desired state benchmarks are not compliant. And I can also go back and take a closer look at the jobs to identify more information about why it's not compliant. So if I drill into the job here, I see it's not compliant with HTTP settings as well as the DNS server configuration settings. If I drill in further, I can see, look, Apache is listening on 88. That's wrong. It should be port 80. And I can also go look and see what's wrong with my DNS settings. So if I drill in here to DNS settings, I see it's not using the right DNS server. Michael Baton, the systems administrator, must have been in here and must have been messing with things. So now that I know it's not compliant, we can go verify it. If I open up a console to that web server, I can look at both the HTTPD settings as well as the DNS settings, and I can hopefully confirm that this is the issue. So let's take a look here. Looking at the Apache config now, and yeah, it's listening on port 88. That's not right. And if I look at the DNS server, yep, it's configured to .29. It should be .9. So using data center automation, I could do an ad hoc remediation. Note that this job would run automatically based on my policy and a schedule, but for the purposes of the demo, I'm doing it manually. So this remediation job is running right now, and it's going to reach out to my web server, and it's going to fix it. And we see now the job is completed, and if I drill in to take a look, I can see that, yeah, let's look at this job here. I see now that the server is compliant with my desired state configuration policy. So it should be working. Let's go verify that the changes were actually made. So opening up that console session again, let's go ahead and check the DNS server. Now it's .9, that's what it's supposed to be. And if we look at Apache, it's now listening on port 80. So we should be good to go for our API demonstration. So going back into my POC API application, I see now that it's working. I'm actually using the API to query the resource groups. But why didn't this job automatically run? Why did this system drift from its desired state? Well, the other part of a policy is a maintenance window, and I didn't have a maintenance window. So we're going to use the API application to produce a maintenance window on that resource group. Now it's important to note, all functions of the DCA UI are available with the API. So I can create a maintenance group, we'll call it monthly, and I'll make a scan and remediate window so we can perform both scan and remediation options in this window. And I'll give it a start time and an end time. I'm going to add this to the resource group, and we see here that it's added, but we can verify that it also exists in DCA. Of course, you could make this in DCA in the UI as well, but perhaps you're using an application to manage maintenance windows and you want to use the API to synchronize your application with DCA. You can do that. So here's the maintenance window that we created, and here's some other options that we didn't set. But now our maintenance window is all set. Let's go check the dashboard one last time. We'll switch the view to our desired state benchmark, and let's identify the server is compliant with our desired state, and it is. So we're good to go. Thanks for watching.